Hello and welcome back to Betting School from the Form Guide. This is course 4, closing line value. And it answers the hardest question in the whole game. How do you know whether you're actually any good? Not lucky, good. Course 3 showed you that the job is finding wrong prices and that results take hundreds of bets to tell the truth. Today, you get the professional's answer, a scoreboard that settles in days, not years. Here's the roadmap. First, why your win rate is lying to you and why a lucky fortnight looks exactly like genius. Then the closing line itself, the market's final answer with all the money counted. Then closing line value defined in one plain sentence. Then the reason beating the close predicts long-term profit better than results ever do. Then we open our own books, one real night on our show's receipt, 19 calls, and a scoreline that makes the whole point for me. Finally, how to track your own CLV with nothing but a notebook, an honest chapter on what the number can't tell you, and the recap. Kettle on. Let's go. Start with the trap that catches nearly everyone. A punter has a hot fortnight. Say 9 winners from 15 bets. And every single one feels earned. The eye, the form reading, the instinct, all of it seems proven. The trouble is that over 15 bets, luck and genius are wearing the same coat. Course 3 told you why. A real edge in this game is a whisper of a few percent, while luck swings short-term results around by far more. 15 bets of noise can bury 15 bets of skill without breaking sweat. You would need hundreds of bets, sometimes thousands, before a win rate starts telling the truth, and nobody wants to wait years to find out whether they're any good. So the professionals went looking for a judge that settles faster and lies less. They found one, and it settles the moment the race goes off. So where do we find a judge that can't be sweet-talked by a lucky run? At the finishing line of the market itself. Every betting market has a final price, the last quote standing when the money stops and the race begins. Racing even gives it a name you already know from every results page. Let's meet the closing line properly. The closing line is the price at the very moment the market shuts. The final answer once every opinion has been counted. In racing, it has an official name, the starting price, or ASPAR, the recorded price of each horse at the off. And here is why that final number deserves respect. By the time the stalls open, everyone has had their say. The morning tipsters, the stable money, the syndicates with their models, the shrewdest professionals in the land. All of it has been bet, and the price has moved to digest every pound. The closing line is not perfect. No price is. But course 3 taught you that a devigged market is the crowd's honest opinion. And the closing line is that opinion at its best informed moment. It is the best free estimate of a horse's true chance that exists anywhere. Now the definition, and it fits in one sentence, closing line value is how the price you took compares with the price the market closed at. You took 8 to 1 in the morning. By the off, she'd been backed into 5 to 1. You beat the close. To put a number on it, do what course 1 taught and turn both prices into chances. 8 to 1 implies 11.1%. 5 to 1 implies 16.7. The market's final answer reckons your ticket is worth half as much again as you paid for it. Plus 50% of closing line value. That's it. Bigger price than the close, positive CLV. Shorter than the close, negative. No result required. No waiting for the judge. The scoreboard settles the second the race goes off. 2 horses from one Saturday morning. The first we priced up early and took 8 to 1, a price implying 11.1%. By the off, the money had spoken and she was sent off at an ESP of 5 to 1. 16.7%. The market's final answer values our ticket at half as much again as we paid, plus 50% of closing line value. The second horse we took at 3 to 1, 25%. And then watched drift all afternoon, going off at 9 to 2, 18.2%. The close says we paid well over the odds, minus 27%. Now notice what is missing from everything I've just said, the results. Neither race has been run yet, and we already know which bet was good business and which wasn't. Why should beating the close mean anything at all? Because of what the close is? If the closing line is the best free estimate of true chance in existence, then every time your price beats it, you have bought a chance for less than the best available estimate says it's worth. That is value by Course 3's exact definition. And doing it consistently means finding value consistently. Here's the part results can never offer. Luck can hand you winners for months, but luck cannot keep handing you prices the whole market later decides were too big. Beating the close 15 times out of 19 is not a coin toss. Where the big liquid markets have been studied, the pattern is blunt. Bettors who beat the close make money over the long run, and bettors who don't, whatever this month's results happen to say. Here is the comparison that rewires how you read a results page. The top pair, a horse we took at 6-4, a price implying 40%, sent off at 2-1, 33.3. She won. Lovely day at the till. And a bad bet. We paid a 40% price for a chance the final market put at 33.3, which is minus 17% CLV. The bottom pair, a horse taken at 10-1 at 9.1%, sent off at 6-1, 14.3. He lost. A bleak day at the till and a superb bet, plus 57% of closing line value. Replay those two bets forever and the winner quietly bleeds money while the loser prints it. The result lied to you. The close didn't. Time to mark our own homework, because the school that preaches scorekeeping had better keep score in public. Every call our daily shows make gets exactly the treatment this course describes. Every single night, winners and losers alike, we call it the receipt. Here's how it works, and then a real night of it. The system could not be simpler, which is rather the point. Our morning and afternoon shows publish their calls at the prices actually available at the time. The price is part of the call, always. Then every night at 10, the late show settles the day at SP. Every call laid out, price taken next to starting price, closing line value calculated and published on each one. No edits, no quiet deletions, no exceptions for embarrassing days. Why settle at SP? Because it's the one judge we can't argue with. An official recorded number that doesn't care about our excuses. And the point of the receipt isn't to show off the good nights. It's that a published CLV record makes it impossible to hide a cold streak behind a lucky one. For us, and in time, for you. Here is a realistic night on the receipt, and it's the most important picture in the course. 19 calls across the day's shows, settled at SP at 10 o'clock. 15 of the 19 beat their starting price, 78.9% of them. 4 went the wrong way and 21.1%. Average closing line value across all 19 calls, plus 32%. And now the number the whole course has been building towards. Winners on the night? 2 from 19 and 10.5%. A thoroughly losing night at the till. And yet on the scoreboard that actually predicts the future, it was one of the best nights of the month. Results wobble. CLV doesn't. That single sentence is why professionals keep score this way. Stretch that one night into a month and watch the two scoreboards argue. Green and red bars. Pounds back per 100 staked. Week by week. Gold bars, that week's average closing line value. Week 1, the till says 128, a hero. Week 2, 71, a horror show, the sort of week that ends hobbies. Week 3, 94. Week 4, 131. Now read the gold bars for the very same weeks. +9, +11, +8, +10. During that 71 week, but the worst till of the month, the CLV was +11, the best price getting of the lot. The return swung by 60 points. The CLV barely moved by 3. One of those lines is Luck's diary. The other is yours. So how do you run your own receipt? You don't need software, a spreadsheet or a model. A notebook will do it. 2 columns, the price you took and the starting price. That's genuinely the whole system. Convert each pair to percentages if you enjoy the arithmetic, or simply mark each bet beat or beaten. Do it after every bet, won or lost. And if temptation is a problem, don't even record the result. The result isn't the point. Within a month, those pairs will tell you something most punters never learn in a lifetime, whether you are getting good prices at all. and one honest line while the notebook is open. For if the number you'd rather not write down is the stake rather than the price, that's the notebook telling you something too. Please listen to it. Every betting school course carries an honest chapter, and this one matters because we've just spent a quarter of an hour praising a number. Closing line value is the best scoreboard in the game. It is not a magic one. Here is exactly what it can and cannot tell you. First, the strong claim, and we stand by it. Over the long run, CLV is close to impossible to fake. Luck can gift you winners for months, but nothing gifts you hundreds of prices. The whole market later shortens. That only comes from judgment. But here the other half. One good week of CLV proves nothing either. 15 beats from 19 can happen by chance, just less often than 9 winners from 15. Judge the number the way Chorus 3 taught you to judge everything. Over 100 bets and more, never over a Saturday. Second, SP carries the bookmaker's margin inside it, so a sliver of positive CLV can still lose to the round. It needs to be strong and sustained before the till follows. And third, CLV grades your prices, not your discipline. No scoreboard on earth rescues a punter who doubles up chasing losses. Let's carve it into stone. Win rate lies. Over a fortnight, luck and genius are indistinguishable, and a real edge is far too quiet to show above the noise. The closing line, the SP in racing, is the market's final answer with all the money counted and the best free estimate of true chance that exists. Closing line value is one comparison, the price you took against the price at the off. 8 to 1 into 5 to 1 is plus 50%. The drifter you took at 3 to 1 is minus 27, and no result changes either verdict. Beating the close consistently predicts long-term profit because it cannot be luck for long. Our receipts 19 call night proved the point. 15 beats plus 32% average and only 2 winners. Track your own with a notebook. Price taken, starting price, nothing else, and judge it over 100 bets and more. One shining week is still just weather. And that completes course 4. You can now do something genuinely rare in this game. Keep score properly. You can explain why a hot fortnight proves nothing. Turn any morning price and any SP into a closing line value. Read a results page without being lied to. And run your own receipt with a notebook and 2 columns judged patiently over 100 bets and more. Next time we tackle the bet slip's oldest riddle, each way explained what those 2 bets in one actually cost, and when the place part earns its keep. Subscribe so it lands in your feed, and the daily shows 7, midday, 4 and 10 will keep your eye in between courses. The 10 o'clock receipt is where tonight's lesson lives in the wild. Now the serious bit, said with love. Everything in betting school is education and opinion only. Never financial advice and never an instruction to bet. A scoreboard for betting is not a reason to bet. Plenty of our viewers keep the puzzle and skip the punting entirely, and they may have the best of it. Betting is for adults aged 18 and over, only ever with money and time you can comfortably spare. If it stops being fun or starts to feel like a need, talk to someone. That is begambleaware.org. Thank you for studying with me. See you in course 5.